Hello heart seekers and nature lovers, welcome to another video on the Miskayani Medicine channel. Today I want to talk about probably the most important topic I will ever cover on this channel or on this path. Yes, if you don't know me, my name is Karen Weinman. I am a Pampamesayoq. I am trained by the Indians who live high in the Andean Mountains of Peru, the descendants of the Incas, who have trained me to be an Andean Medicine Woman. And today I want to talk about Salka. And if you are new, please like or subscribe to this channel so that you can stay up to date, and also so that you can see other videos on topics I'm going to mention in today's talk. Yes, in today's video. So this is quite a topic to talk about because Salka is undefinable. So I'm going to have to find a way using the English language, which is a naming language. Unlike Quechua, spoken by the Queros, Quechua is a phonetic language. It doesn't matter how you spell things, it's how it sounds and the experience that it calls to you. I am going to attempt to bring it into the Western world using English language. And these two ways of defining, with words and with experience, with your senses, yes? So, Salka, it's interesting it's not in the Western language. It's very symbolic. Why? Because in the Western world we live in a very egoic and very heady world, and we have lost touch with Salka within us. If I were to put Salka in English, I would say to you that it is a very pure, untamed, wild, natural, undomesticated, unmanifested, formless energy. Some people will say it's very feminine, and I suppose it is feminine because feminine is a way of being, and Salka is a way of being. Listen to this quote from Oakley Gordon that describes, it's not the words, it's the experience I'm about to describe. Salka is like a wind that blows through our reality, carrying the great mystery of beauty of our existence. Isn't that beautiful? And it's not just that it's carried in the outside world, it is carried within us too. All beings have Salka within them, and ways to tap into it that we have forgotten as Westerners. Most of us have become so domesticated. We are so overcome, smothered by domestication and egocentricity and busyness that we have lost touch with Salka. Of course, being domesticated is required in order to live in our society. Yes, to live in the Western world, we have to learn the language of the ego. Yes, ego is what gives us identification. It gives us a way to interact with each other and a way to strive in this world, which sounds and has been, I suppose, quite successful for the last decades, hundreds of years. But in order to be domesticated, in order to live in an egocentric world, to live this form of success, it requires that we damage the planet. It is a society that we've created that is based on appearances. It limits us to being domesticated. It limits us to forms of domesticated success. Even our concept of self is domesticated. We have lost our understanding of who we are as beings in this beautiful cosmos that is around us. And if you're like me, a seeker, looking for something, if you're searching for meaning, if you are searching for a way to engage that's nurturing, then it's time to explore and discover Salka. And to live in this world, we have one foot in the domesticated world, and we can have one foot in the experience of Salka. Now, most of us don't know we have both feet firmly in the domesticated world. And most of us will go through lives in a very tamed environment. If we are lucky, the spiritual and the philosophers say, we may have a flash of Salka. We may have a flash. Now, I wanted to make this video because on this path, this way of being, this way where we are one with nature, we can contact Salka consciously and not just have a flash. We can be in it. We can carry it into our everyday world. We can bring the light into the world, and we can radiate it so that other people have an experience of Salka too. Salka is our heritage as beings within Pachamama. Our heritage within the beautiful world, this beautiful universe that we are living in, where we are having an experience. We are expressions of nature at our very core. Our very essence, our true essence is Salka. We are beyond definition, just like Salka. We are beyond comprehension. We are vastly more mysterious and mystical than society would have us believe. Just tuning into that sentence might get you thinking of what it's like to move towards Salka. That we are beyond definition. We are beyond comprehension. And what does that feel like? To reach the full expression of being human, of being a human being, means we need to have both. We need to live one foot, to know domestication, but we also need to have one foot in the world of Salka. Yes, we are living in a time where all we've been is domesticated, and we've lost touch, and our world is out of balance, right? Our world is damaged. Our definitions of success need to change. We need to change. The domestic world is not going to go anywhere, but we can grow the experience of Salka within us, and it will change everything. Everything in your world will change from experiencing Salka, because we will blossom into our true selves and express our true nature. Yes? Now, people who live high in the mountains of the Andes Mountains, the Keros, they are very, very Salka. There's very little ego development within them. Yes? They live every day in the world of Salka. And when you meet them, I can tell you, it touches you. It touches me deeply. I see the light in their eyes. I feel the serenity that is in the very energy of who they are. They are being love. Yes, they are being Salka. Just like babies and animals. And when I'm with the Keros, I feel it within myself. I feel the Salka in me when I see it in them. Now they live with and work with this every single day. They live in houses that are built from the earth. Their feet are usually on the earth, right? They live on the mountains, which are wild and full of Salka. Yes? Even when they are harvesting, planting, growing potatoes, yes, you can still feel the undomesticated energy that's there, even when they've domesticated it by planting. Yes? What is that? How come they're still in touch with it? Yes? It's because they touch the Salka within themselves. And when we touch the Salka within ourselves, something happens. When you meet a baby, when you look into a baby's eyes, think of the energy you feel. Think about the experience you have. Babies have no concept of egos, not even self yet. They are so new that they are pure Salka. And then we as adults come along and we look into their eyes and it reminds us of Salka. And our hearts react to it. Our Salka comes to the fore and we have this beautiful experience of Salka within us. When we look into an animal's eyes, our dogs or our cats, we have an experience of Salka. And when we come out into nature, if we know how to get out of our own way, we can have an experience of Salka. We consciously can tap into it, we can experience it fully, and we can open up to it. In the last years, I've noticed, going out into nature, how drained parts of nature are. Hopefully you're going to start noticing this when you go out, yes? If you go to a place in nature where hundreds and thousands of human beings have walked and hiked, you will start to notice it doesn't feel as wild. What's happening? Yes? It's because those people, number one, do not know how to touch the Salka within themselves. But also, when you know how to touch that Salka within yourself, you radiate it and you give back. You create AYNI with nature. For those of you who don't know what AYNI are, please see a video on my channel. It's called AYNI. I'll put the link in below for you. We become one with nature. When we have an experience of AYNI, when we have an experience of Salka within us, we feel connected with all that there is around us. We have an experience of oneness within us. We remember our place with the cosmos and with nature, and we automatically love it back. And it begins a cycle of connection. And that is why when the Keros live on those mountains for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years, and you go up there, even though there are human beings living in nature, it still feels undomesticated and wild and pure because they've given back. They haven't just drained and taken. Yes? So, that is why the way that I teach, the ceremonies, the workshops, the experiences that I offer you are in the way that they are. Through this medicine, I can show you a way to bypass your ego, to tap into the experience of Salka, to grow it within you, and to touch the people around you, and to fill your cup up. I can't tell you how many times in my life when I've gone through something traumatic, never mind the pandemic, when I've gone through trauma, when I've gone through burnout, and I come back and I tap into nature and I tap into the Salka within myself, I fill my cup. It's deeply healing, and you can have that too. So I hope that you will join me for an experience. It's an opportunity for you to get to know what Salka is about in your body. So I hope you will join me. If you have any questions, please put them in below. I will answer them, and I hope you will come and join me to discover this exquisite, exquisite way of being. Tupananchi's karma. Until we meet again. Soft and loving blessings to you all from a beautiful Salka nature and from me, Karen Weinman. Bye for now.